There's a lot of self-reflection in this reading, and I think a deeper understanding of why you have made the choices you've made in life and how you have never really felt safe. Everything was sort of rooted in a sense of survival. And, you know, you maybe have experienced things in your life that have really made you distrust people and sort of geared you to always try to keep an advantage, to defend yourself, to distrust others, and sort of a harsh perspective, and all sort of in the pursuit of peace, yet never really granting it. And so I think that you're choosing a more compassionate route, a more gentle route, a new way of seeing things, a new way of seeing strength. And this will bring profound changes to not only your psyche, but your external life, because the way that you interact with the world will change. This seems to invite a lot more love into your life. Not necessarily just romantically, but I mean, it could be the case, but just embrace, warmth, trust. You may find your way home, so to speak. You may find yourself more interested in other people. And sort of tearing down these false constructs that you've built around yourself, mind you, for protection. But I think that the realization is that you're not necessarily protecting yourself. In fact, you're probably more so harming yourself through these perspectives. You may have a lot of success ahead of you. And it's interesting because it doesn't even mean the same thing that it used to. You also may, I mean, again, you have the Six of Wands and the Hierophant, and you also have the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. The outcome is the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So, I mean, whatever transformation you're sort of going through here, it may feel like shit. But that's okay, because again, it's like you're no longer avoiding that crash. You're no longer avoiding looking at that pain and experiencing that pain. You're no longer immediately putting up the swords to try to protect your heart or your security or whatever it is. You're just allowing things to be what they are and accepting the fact that sometimes things hurt and sometimes things are uncertain and sometimes we need to go through that and learn from it. And I do think that it's taking you to a whole new way of experiencing life that will be a lot more fulfilling, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like it, you know, in the moment. I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all of the extended versions of these readings go, as well as exclusive content, monthly art prints, and so on. It is a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. That being said, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one level, I do have options available for personal readings in my shop, as well as artwork. You know what's interesting? As you sort of take on this new perspective, it could bring sudden changes to your life. You know, because when we shift energetically, it starts to call in different things. When you've been operating one way for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden you start to make shifts, you get on a different frequency, so to speak, or what have you, and you start to experience things differently, and you start to interact differently, and you start to meet different kinds of people, and different kinds of things start to come towards you. It's funny because when you go through moments like that, it can be amazing and profound when you realize how delusional you can be, or you have been for maybe years. Justice is ahead, celebration is ahead, clarity is ahead, and it does seem to come crashing down on you like the tower. There could be an opportunity with someone, or a potential that you're building in some way. No longer being stuck in the past, stuck in frustration, stuck in fear, stuck in confusion. Exploring the shadows of your soul and emotions and all that. The outside influence, they seem kind of, I don't know, detached or something, if I'm being honest. Or there's a sense of anxiety if it's related to you. I don't know, they seem it kind of seems very separate from you in a lot of ways. I mean, it could be someone who's close to you, but energetically or through the decisions they're making, they're just kind of disconnected from you. And maybe that's where a lot of the pain is even coming from. But, you know, you're looking at this notion of letting go. And the outcome is letting go, okay? So, you're, consciously inviting the change to occur at this point, where maybe as you were resisting it or whatever, because when you can let go and you can invite those new perspectives and those changes, I think that you have an understanding that that's what will move things along. To progress in life, a big part of it is letting go. Not giving up, but just letting go of trying to understand or control how everything pans out. Allow the mystery of the universe to do its thing and sort of reveal itself to you. Allow things to play out, and expect the best. Don't go through life feeling like you're not worthy or you're not good enough, or that shit's not gonna work out for you. And that's the thing, is maybe everything you've done up until this point has been coming from that perspective. Maybe you weren't even aware of it. Maybe you're just now gaining awareness of it. Your advice is to heal, to reflect, to rest. Maybe not too much contemplation or in your head. Just sort of allow yourself to move forward with a sense of ease, with a sense of enjoying life, with a sense of optimism, and sort of letting go of the concern of, betrayal or being misled or, anything. And I do feel like there's, happiness on the other side of this. You're kind of closer to the other side than you realize. You could get a sudden turn. I do feel like there's going to be a sudden turn of events or news that, or communication or something that, helps move you forward in this process, basically. So I'm going to take this a bit further on my Patreon for the extended, so if you want to join me there, definitely do. If not, have a great day, and I will see you all next time.